Hello, everybody. This is Dan Grigoletti, and I'm going to talk about the Week 10 material. I hope everybody's remaining safe and healthy throughout this very challenging time. I'm going to first just kind of point out what point we are in the semester. So we're at Week 10, and this is our second week of audio, music, and sound effects, and we're going to be covering Chapter 6. Um, I'll go through, some of the slides for Chapter 6, but you'll also see that Lab 8 has been assigned as of last week, and that will be due at the end of this week, Sunday at midnight. That would be the 29th. So, I'll talk more about that during the week, and then, again, for our second meeting this week. So, essentially, we're going to cover audio this week as well. You'll get lab number 9, and then we'll move on to chapter 7 video next week in week 11. So for the assignments, we also have the group project assigned, and if you read the posting, it says this project can be done individually or with a group. If you decide to do it with a group of 1 to 3 people, you need to coordinate this virtually since there are no in-class meetings from here on out. You can do this through chat meetings, sharing files on Google Drive or another cloud storage platform, through smartphone communications, or any other type of digital communications. Groups will not be assigned, so if you want to do it in a group, you need to arrange that group members selected agree to participate. Regardless if you do this individually or with a team, each member needs to submit the whole project separately to the Blackboard submission link. So don't rely on just saying that such and such person is in my group also to get credit for this assignment. So the assignment essentially has you do a multi-part Unity project, 4+ scenes, with the first scene being your team logo and scenes 2 through 4 pertaining to a client. So you're going to be a development company consultant for multimedia, and you're going to show a logo of your organization first. So it could just be, letters flying in on the screen with some audio. And then after that, you'll have basically a work that you can showcase for the organization that is your client. So the first point is a Unity animated logo introducing your organization, which can be a real or fictional company or organization offering any multimedia services or products. Your group may specialize in consultation, design, and development of multimedia projects and presentations. So the theme for the remaining scenes will be a open-ended. You could do it whichever way you want, but develop some kind of an educational or company demo multimedia project in Unity. The theme can be a corporate demo, a political ad, educational simulation, or a game. You may choose to have an educational purpose, a holiday theme, or simulate some recreational activity, game, like bowling, football, watching a movie, concert, shopping at a grocery store or other, going to a restaurant, etc., depending upon the business. So the first scene, again, will be that logo, and that will be done due at the end of week 12. So you have, a good 2.5 weeks to complete that. So create an introduction scene to your organization, group, company, club, etc., through presentation of an animated assembly of a logo you create. You will first develop a multimedia advertisement or logo promo which showcases your group's abilities. Include audio in the form of music and/or sound effects to accompany your logo. Collect, create, or arrange music and sound effects using Audacity and other tools. So you can also use, capturing devices like microphone, smartphone, etc. Also design and create images, sub-images using GIMP. Make sure that you credit any work which may be copyrighted. So develop a logo presentation in Unity with a splash sequence or promo scene showing the name of your group, using the animated assembly of your logo, showing a sequence of animated text and or graphics, moving across a background, and set to upbeat music, providing a subtle, subliminal message about the organization, using a theme that reflects the strengths and experience of the team or organization. A logo assembly suggestion might be partition the logo into several parts which are assembled together using animation and sound effectively to bring about this assembly. For example, you can use a symmetric logo or concentric circles, ovals with different colors, 3 or 4 letters from a group of member initials, such as the BMW logo you could check out on the internet. Refer to other corporate logos to get other ideas. Then the final display, the music and animation should eventually converge to a final display which you will be displaying your logo and the name in the center of the screen. So that would be the first scene. And then for the remainder, going into the end of the semester, I'll probably, have you just do some kind of demo online, make a video or something, because we won't be meeting in week 14 and 15 on site. So, for all intents and purposes, you have well into week 15 to complete this. And then week 16 will be the final. And we'll talk about that later. So first, create a client project, before, of course, you're going to present it eventually. But this will be an interactive Unity animation which demonstrates scene control, creation and animation of multimedia elements, including audio, images, animation, and text. So, it's going to kind of pull together multiple multimedia elements. So text, having, scene navigation with the next and previous buttons, and then at least 2 scripts for navigation and other purposes, so for player control or camera control. So the opening scene after your logo will be the title scene. So it could just be basically what I show here, which is some text. You can add graphics if you like, and then have some kind of demo simulation. This could be, 1 or more scenes, so you don't have to strictly stay with 4 scenes total. But, it could be like a demonstration of an activity. So, like shopping or going somewhere, more or less like a commercial or an advertisement, but it could also be a simulation of some kind of work environment or factory, or, something that showcases what you could do for a client. So, the requirements are in this document, and so, for this week, you should post the proposal, which will be worth 15 points of the total, and then the completed project is 50 points. And then the documentation will be due, and that's another 15 points. So it's 80 points total. And then the presentation of it will be 40 points, which is really Lab 12. So Lab 12, you'll demo your your project whatever way is possible, given that we're going to be completely online at that point. So, it might just be show some screenshots, or do a movie if you have the software to do so. But, something that everybody could see, so make it, so that there's a some kind of a Dropbox or location that everybody can put their projects, so that there could be a peer review. So at any rate, the week 10 proposal, just follow along with the deliverables for that. And then the project, you should each turn in a copy of the project individually, and the build, and have your scene 1 through 4 or 5. You could have at least 4 scenes total. And then for 10 additional points, you could document 3 additional features, elements that you've added beyond the requirements of your client scene. So in terms of the total points, it'll be 15 for the proposal, 15 for the documentation, and 50 for the actual completed project, with an additional 10 points potentially for added features. So it's a pretty substantial project in terms of points. It's got 80 points. And then on top of that, the presentation of it, which again I'll have to give you more details on, is lab 12. So that's worth 40 points. So that's like any other lab. It will be your project demonstration and peer reviews. 4 of your individual works plus the 1 group project will be evaluated by peers and instructor and presented in weeks 14 or 15 per a posted schedule. You'll need to demonstrate the group project formally as one of the 5 items. The Lab 12 document will be posted on Blackboard in week 13 with more details. So, given that we would normally have done this in class for Lab 12, it's going to be a little more challenging to get everybody to present their work. So, I'll come up with some ideas at that point. That's still 4 weeks from now, because this is week 10, and that's roughly week 14 and 15 that the Lab 12 is going to be due. So don't worry about that for now. Just view this as an ongoing project that's going to have the first part, which is the logo, and then some kind of a simulation of some kind of activity of your choice. And I'll try to come up with some videos to demo examples for that. So this is going to conclude the video for now. I don't want them to get too long, but this is basically week 10, meeting 1, all about the project. Read the document and let me know if you have any questions. Email me, and I'll have additional videos for you as we go on through the remainder, remainder of the course, which really still has us going another 6 weeks. So, all right, have a great day, everybody, and that's it.